So we'll call the meeting to order at 7:02, call it. I will do the treasury report first, because that's what there is on the list. Christine, can you hear me okay, or you want me to speak up again?
I can hear you just fine.
Ron, can you hear me okay, or do you need me to speak up?
Not too bad, but it could be a little bit better, but it's okay.
I'll yell some more.
I got it turned up all the way, so
Yeah, I'll try not to blast you out.
The name is
super, thanks.
We'll try it, see what happens. It didn't show. There it is. Dee, could you tell us who you are so I can have it for the, who attended the meeting? Or maybe, no.
Yeah. Back in the way.
What's that?
So that's sort of back in the way.
Yep, that'll work. So treasury report, as of May 16th, we had $10,915.21. Kind of a weird way to show this, but we had deposits of $1,559.99. Of that was $1,490 for Nova and $69 for the return of a trailer hitch, which will show up down in the bills for later on. So we have bills of $1,440. Of that is the $69.99 for a trailer hitch that was returned. $39.50 for Dollar Tree for parade, the Lilac parade in Lisbon decorations. $51.96. It shows Met Champagne because of the way it was done, but it's for ratchet straps for the trailer. $72 for the website. $23.82 for diesel for the tractor. $13.40 finally came out for the registration for the tractor and the six-wheel registrations to be used on the trail. Club insurance to best insurance for $860, actually Concord Group. And then $239 we had voted on last month for the postal maker. Again, that gives us bills of $1440.54. And our new balance is now $11,034.66. GIA funds are still coming back in the amount of $13,798.50, which I got the email from the state saying that they sent it to the treasury, which usually takes about 4 or 5 days after that. So we should have it at the end of this week or next week, either one. Any questions on the bills?
I had the again, so.
Okay. All right, we'll get to that in a minute, I guess. Christine, would you like to do your secretary report?
Sure thing. Let me just open it.
No problem.
Okay. So there we go. All right, sorry, it's just taking its sweet time to open. Okay, let's see. We'll skip the treasury report like we did last time.
Yeah.
The membership update was 56 single and 72 family for 128 members. the Trail Master Report provided by Matt. The washout at the Bath Bridge was fixed. They used the tractor to grade the entrance to Dewey's, and I do know I spelled that wrong. The loop to be graded this weekend. Pick up the trailer and land trailer. I'm not quite sure I got that word correctly.
You did.
Okay, good. Old business, Augie's bike pass was approved until it's revoked. Haverhill insisted on getting the Blackmont Trail back. They gave up and will surface it themselves. It will be used for walking, biking, and snow machines, but no ATVs. French Pond in Haverhill was approved, extended to French Pond boat launch, but the boat launch is owned by the state, so it's not open to ATVs. The Bath Roads, there was a public hearing, roads not open to ATVs. There's another public hearing in June. Communicate the next meetings to out so that we can have representation. In other business provided by Mark, the logo contest, the artist wanted substantial money to make the request modifications. So another entry came in and we shared the picture on Zoom for all of us to see. Ron made the suggestion of toning down the side-by-side and the ATV so they don't look so radical and aggressive. Missing the land F in the list of towns. The new logo needs to be, a new logo is needed because the old logo is degraded and can't be used. The new logo will be used for t-shirts, bumper stickers, and decals, etc. We'll go back to the artist and request the changes and we'll vote on it next month. Trail parking access and cleanup. Shaw's was the last area left to clean up. It's partially done. Could spend a couple days cleaning it up because it's so bad. Talk to Shaw's management about how to address. Come up with a date, and there's a dumpster down by the Iron Grill for trash. The parade, Lilac Festival was May 27th on Memorial Day, Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. Line up at 10 a.m. at New England Wire. Anyone who wants to participate, the tractor with a trail and or ride on the ATVs. A banner to be made to advertise the club. Augie's Take a Break. There was a new sign donated by the Photo Factory, Arnie T. Ty. Pictures on the left, ATV, and right snowmobile machines are Augie's machines on the picture. The dust control, Ron asked what is done for dust control. Trails are sprayed with calcium chloride liquid, last about 4 to 5 rainstorms. The dust control where houses are first. Gravel base being laid down in some areas, triple amount this year. Will also benefit the bike riders. And if calcium chloride is put down too late in the season, it'll impact the snowpack. For new business, change Matt's title from Trail Master to Trail Administrator / Trail Master. Mark made a motion to change Matt's title. Jody seconded the motion. Everyone else was in favor. The poker run, there's no date yet. It doesn't fund the club, it funds the pavilion. The raffle money comes back to the club. Ron offered to volunteer for this event. Fundraisers, email, Facebook for fundraising suggestions. Raffle off a gun, use Bossman to facilitate. Cash calendar raffle, and raffle a child's ATV. I was unsure whether it was child, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Post hole digger can't complete repairs in 1 day. A rental for 2 days would cost $160. You can purchase one for $249 at Harbor Freight. So Ron made a motion to purchase with a $300 max, and Ken second, and everyone else was in favor. A lawn spreader for calcium chloride. Ron and Ken have one that can be used. 10-mile-an-hour signs. Ron requested and Mark to get with Ron as to where to put them. And at 8:01, our meeting was adjourned.
Thank you, Christine. That's a lot to get out all at once, isn't it? Do we need to vote on those? We have to figure out.
I'll make a motion to accept them as written.
Second. So.
Aye.
Yep, your motion was Matt Champagne. And second was Scott Champagne. Any discussion on it? All in favor?
Aye.
So approved. Trail.
GIA.
Yeah, been trying to track down GIA for a lot of that stuff, yep. So no real trail master report, we've been trying, it's been so rainy first off that we can't really get out there to do much. Waiting on GIA funds to do a lot of stuff, which hopefully the governor signs on June 28th, which is retroactive back to June 1st. So, that is, the 28th is, 28th is 2 weeks from tomorrow, then we should be all good.
I think I can add that, Scott Champagne and I had gone out on May 21st and spread liquid calcium. I think that was after our last meeting, so we put 425 gallons of the liquid chloride down between the tunnel and the wire mill in Lisbon. And then we did a section behind Dale's Auto Body to River Road. Using the Lisbon town truck, and that worked pretty well. So, I'm gonna get out and do.
We're gonna do some more.
Next section is gonna be in the area of the Bath Covered Bridge and
North away from the bridge.
and
And
then
then probably it won't go all the way to the Iron Bridge, but where the houses are, and then we're gonna go south from there. Cause I think I can carry, what do you guys can carry it to where we're in pump up here, so, so it'd be the old Slicks ice cream store on one end, and basically Cold Springs, north of the Bath covered bridge on the other, that section. And then if we have enough time, we'll do part of it as well.
yeah. So what we figured out using the town truck and no real estimated speed, but it's about 135 gallons per mile that we put down.
Which isn't too bad.
No. We can get 20, we purchased 30,
It's,
3,600 gallons, I think, roughly.
right,
So,
cause it's like $1.35 or something,
yeah.
So,
That was put down. I haven't heard, I mean, like Mark said, it's been kind of rainy. During lilac time, I don't know if
it seems like it.
I haven't heard any complaints from anybody
In
within
that
town.
section, yeah. So, so we'll go on to the old business then, I guess. Skip a couple of things here. First off, we purchased a post hole digger. We got that done last night, so we can start working on getting posts in from last year. Posts are already purchased and hanging out somewhere. Lilac Festival Parade, the three of us, which the three of us is myself, Billy, and Cassidy, everyone had a good time there. I took the tractor and the trailer, put a side by side on the trailer, which worked out pretty decent. We actually had a couple UATVs riding around the trailer. Cassidy, Jody and I decorated the trailer. Jody made the sign saying, basically, who we were. I put a few signs on the trailer. It wasn't too bad. Next year should be really, another fun time. And hopefully we have more participation and more riders involved, which would be great. We will, what was that? What we have? There is, I'm sure somebody will let us know when that Lilac Festival parade is. Usually middle of June, early June, or is it?
So it's always Memorial Day weekend, so it'll be the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend.
Okay, so that makes that easy. So, old business, GIA approved much everything that we were looking for, which was good in a way and sometimes bad in a way. So we'll be talking more about that in the new business section. So I guess we're gonna go to the club logo contest, if you could throw that up there when you get a minute. So the designer, when we went back to the designer, we changed the four-wheeler to be less intimidating. The side-by-side's the same, because she couldn't find a similar side-by-side, so that's the same. It looks a lot like what you see on our trails. We did add, Lambda in on the bottom, North Haverhill. So, as you guys can see, that they changed changed that to be a little less intimidating. I guess I would like to know about thoughts on that first, and then I would go from there.
I like it.
I like it.
I like it too.
It looks good.
Okay, so I would take a motion to,
I make a motion to approve
adopt that
adopt the new logo that's created up there that's on screen
as seen.
as seen.
I second it.
Oh. Christine, did you get Cassidy seconded that?
I did. Yep, thank you.
Okay. Any discussion on it? All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Speak now, have one feet. Okay, logo passes. So the only other thing we have in there is the fundraiser part. I had spoken to. That's not the right one. I had spoken to. Morty and Honda, I think, is who we actually got something back from.
That's good name.
Yes. So, so they have offered us a 2024 TRX 90. The club would pay $33.49 for it, but not immediately. The Honda would, they would absorb Honda's destination fee, fuel surcharge, and setup fees. Which that means we would, so in round figures, to make $7,000, we either need to sell 450 tickets or at $20, or what's that? Yeah, like 125 or,
Yeah,
sorry, can't do math, but we can change the once you figure out the ticket figure, you would have that many tickets to sell. So if we, round figures, if we wanted to make $7,000, $50 a ticket would be 140 tickets, so if we could sell 150 tickets, you'd be better off. Obviously, you would take that. Or did I do that wrong? I think I did 10. Yeah, 200 tickets at $50 to pay for the machine and the $7,000.
And $7,000.
That's what it is. So $50 a ticket and $200 a ticket. That's one thing that was offered to us. We still have a monthly calendar raffle if somebody wanted to do one, wanted to look at one of those. We sell them at like $10 a square. We'd have to make, the only thing is we have to do, we can do Venmo now, so it's easier. We'd have to be able to, somebody probably have to print their number and send it, we can send it electronically, which do you want to, I guess do you want to head that up or?
The calendar,
Yeah,
depends on what everybody wants to do.
so I guess The calendar one would be obviously easier, you don't have to go out and give yourself some tickets. Right. Will be less money, usually, probably less money, but you never know, you're gonna make.
No, you never know.
There's just a little more work in behind it, so you go out and get those prizes, right? Or we gifts,
So we just cheat, well, we don't cheat, but we use cash
just
back.
do cash.
So each day is, so whatever day it is,
Yes.
so some days are more than others, obviously. You pick a month, and then whatever. So like, say you sold a day for $20, and that person's name's pulled out for that, and whatever this month, whatever the day prize is what you get, or they get.
They would get.
So. We don't want, so I guess we could do August or September. Gives her a whole, gives us a month to figure out something up. If that's what we're gonna do, we're gonna move on still. 31 days or 30 days.
I think September might be a better time, just to get it set up and get it out there.
Yeah, it gives you a month.
It gives you a couple of months to
Start drawing.
start drawing.
Yeah. So I would take a motion to do a calendar raffle for the month of September, if somebody would be interested in doing that. As long as somebody volunteers to do it.
What are the other clubs up north doing? I've
They're
kind of
all,
poked around the
they're all raffling
guns.
machines and guns and, they're just raffling everything.
I just wonder if like the gun, like a gun raffle, because you can get a lot of people that even don't ride HRVs
Correct.
involved in that. Plus going into toward hunting season, you might have a few more people, plus the upfront cost. I mean, the calendar raffle is not really anything upfront for us, but like the four-wheeler would be, you know, you're taking kind of a gamble and you're hoping you sell any tickets,
Yeah.
at least enough to cover the cost of it.
Well, that's what I say, I was looking at, say we did it for $20, somebody's gonna hand you $20.
Right.
Yeah.
And, but you got a lot more tickets you're gonna get rid of.
But that's why I wonder if you start with, you know, a gun that's $500 or $600, maybe $700,
Mhm.
it's not gonna take as long to, before you recoup that, especially as the first fundraiser, just to get
Yeah.
started. And see how it goes, and then,
And then, like I said, the gun raffle would be fun, we just gotta, I mean, Boston would probably sell us something.
yeah, because I think like the calendar raffle would be a good one to do even during the winter time, just
Yeah.
as something,
Yeah, I mean, you can do both, you just.
yeah, you just get separated,
Whatever,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, you want, I need, you know, I need money for this calendar raffle, but you wanna buy a raffle ticket for gun too, and that's, but you're kind of killing yourself if you do it at the same time also. So
Right.
if somebody's gonna spend $50, say, for a raffle ticket for a gun, they're not gonna be as apt to buy a $10 or $20 square,
Yeah.
so. But,
But I guess it, like, to me, I guess it would depend
I mean, it's,
if Mark and Jody wanna handle the back end of the calendar raffle, if not, I mean, we can,
Mark had nothing to do with this.
it's easy, you know, it's easy enough to, you know,
Right.
go to Boston or something, get a gun and then raffle off, and that's pretty straightforward for, you know,
Right.
just the first, like I said, first one, kind of get in the door and see how it goes, but
Yeah.
those are just my opinions, so.
So I guess, you wanna do, how do we wanna do this? Do we wanna make a motion to do both? And then if we decide not to do it at some point, we don't have to worry about coming back, because that way we can get it started, even if we abandon it, it won't matter. You know what I mean? That way, I'm just saying if we abandon it, one or the other, or both, where it won't matter, as long as we take a vote to go ahead and.
I make a motion to do either a gun raffle or the calendar raffle,
Or both.
or both, yeah.
Second?
Second.
Did you get that, Christine? Any
You got
discussion? I got you. I saw. Any discussion on either one? Or both? All in favor? Go ahead, Ron, I think you were gonna say something.
Mark, exactly what is the raffle gonna be? Is it just the rifle?
I believe we're gonna do just the rifle.
Yeah, you could do, you could do the rifle and a second prize is cash if you wanted.
Yeah, we can do a second cash prize for something, a smaller amount, which would
Yeah,
make
because I
sense.
know right now, the 4th of July committee down in Woodsville is doing something. And I think like the first prize is like $1,000 and it's tiered down to like 500 and 250. And whatever it is 250 tickets are going to be the max. But I think with having like tiered prices, I think would attract more people because just a rifle is only going to attract people who are interested in a rifle.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know, you're not going to get a bunch of women or older people perhaps buying a ticket. Whereas if there was some cash there also, you're going to have a better opportunity of expanding the base for ticket sales.
Makes sense.
Yeah. For sure. I mean,
It's on. Yeah. We just have to figure out what that extra tier is, but yeah, any more discussion?
I'm sorry, what's that?
No, I just didn't know if there was any more discussion, any more questions.
Can you say that again?
I just didn't know if there were any more questions.
No.
So, very good. I appreciate the feedback on that also, Ron. Thank you. So, all right, all in favor of at least putting one together?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? We'll put one together, take a look at it and go from there. So the big one. To do what we need to do with grant and aid, the way that grant and aid works is weird. You have to put the money out and then they reimburse you. So we are looking at possibly taking a loan out from Nova, which is our quote unquote parent company. But we need to, according to their guidelines, we need to have a club vote to ask for the money before we ask for the money. Like I say, the money's all gonna come back. The loan's gonna be paid off as soon as the grant and aid money comes back. We have till December to pay off, we figured $60,000 loan.
yeah, well, that's kind of what I was estimating was about 60,000.
So right around $60,000 would be the loan we were asking for, from Nova. And I didn't put that in my email, but you got it handy there somewhere, I think. But basically, it's a small percentage, a small, what is it?
Interest rate.
Yeah, something like that. Small interest rate loan.
I'm trying to find.
Basically, they loan it to us. We use their money for a little while until Grant Aid gives us our own back, and then we pay it off. As long as we pay it off between when we get it and the 31st of December of this year, there's no real large penalties. I see nothing that's gonna keep us from paying it back as soon as the Grant Aid money comes back. So,
Yeah, so the club's portion for the entire GIA bill is about just shy, I think it's just under $20,000. The club's got, once we get all of our funding back from last year, about 23,000, 24,000, somewhere around
yeah,
there.
there's 24,000 there.
So- Yeah, so that, after everything's done, we'll have about $4,000 roughly in the bank account. Obviously, as Mark said, we have to foot the bill in order to buy all that. So just to give you an example, like the gravel and grading of the rail trail is $71,300. Obviously, we don't have $71,000 in our bank account, so that's where this loan would help
alleviate.
Yeah, it would help. I mean, we could do it in bits and pieces. It would take all summer long in order to even pay it off before the work can even be done. So looking at the grant or the short-term loan would allow us to get that stuff done a lot quicker. Same thing with the tractor. The tractor purchase is 43,000. We have to foot the bill up front. Then we get reimbursed our percentage. So we're looking essentially to ask Nova for the loan to pay the stuff off up front, and then we'll reimburse, get paid back, and then pay the loan back after. So we're probably looking at a couple months of having that loan at 4% interest rate. I threw out 60,000. I think the minimum's 50,000 and maximum is like 120,000. And I don't think we need all that. And there's no sense. So if we do the tractor first, then pay, get reimbursed for that, then pay out the gravel.
It makes more sense that.
Then we can-
Then you can have the use of the tractor all summer long instead of you getting it in. Say,
Yeah, because the tractor, if we do it bits and pieces, we won't get the tractor until the end of the season.
Yeah.
Well, even the gravel, by the time we get all the gravel paid off and the work, season will be over. So that was kind of something that we looked at. You can also do a loan through Bureau of Trails as well, but it's not really.
It's weird. My thought on it is do both loans. For the Noble loan for the tractor part of it. Have them give us a cash advance on the gravel and the grading part of it. That way, that's done. Gravel for that's paid off, pretty much. And then we'll be all set on that.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it's easy. Once you get those two pieces out of it, you're all set.
Yeah, I mean, those are the biggest pieces, is the gravel and the tractor. We just don't have, we have enough money to fund our portion of the GIA grant, but we don't have enough to fund it up front. So that's why we're looking at the loan. But per Nova guidelines for the short-term loan, we have to approve as a club that we're asking.
And we may not use it. We're just, in order to get the loan, we have to have the club membership vote. So,
That makes sense.
and it does make sense. We're just one guy that says, hey, I need a loan.
Yeah.
And then, yes. But anyway, so I guess I'm looking for a motion to, I guess what I'm looking for is a motion to approve asking for the loan, correct?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that you proceed to ask for a loan from Nova for the tractor, the tractor and stuff from down there.
Yeah. Second, anyone?
I'll second it.
Any discussion on that?
Any questions?
Any questions, et cetera? All in favor?
Aye.
Hi,
Anyone opposed? No, anyone opposed? So that passes, so that was, we can look at doing the loan now. For there. What else is interesting?
I was gonna say, how many miles, did we get about a mile out of the ledge pack last year?
Where did they stop buying your house cast? For the ground?
They stopped right at the gate.
Yeah, they stopped it right at the gate and then
At the top of
that's
it,
all they
top
did.
down?
No,
But then they went back this way.
they started, so if you go up Baker Drive,
Yeah.
the gate to the left there, right there is where they started. And
And
then
then they came this way.
came all the way to Dickinson Street. And
And
then,
then that's all they,
Yeah, that's all,
And
that's all,
then-
they left it because they didn't, we were gonna need some more.
well, they did some more, started basically under 302, right by the loops, from there to River Road, and then they did a short, must have been whatever they had left over on the other side of the road, but I'm guessing what, a mile, maybe a mile and a half?
Yeah, so like I say, we'll have to, when we get ready, we'll have to go out and figure out where we're gonna put that. Well, if you wanna go for rides, and then go out and find the biggest chunkiest section, and then like it. That's what I wanna get rid of. I mean, I don't secure.
Here is dust, that coal dust.
Well, if you bury it, as long as you don't burn through it, you'll be okay. And we just keep perpetually putting stuff on top of it, which you never really do.
Well, do we wanna try, I mean, well, I'm sure we'll be able to talk about this next month, but do we wanna jump around and fill in sections, or do we wanna pick one section and try and do all of it? You know, so you get a longer span.
Right, I mean, I'd like to do it in a good stand, but I'd also like to get rid of, like in behind what used to be slicks in that section.
Yeah.
Cause that takes care of our dust issue
Mhm.
more than, you know what I mean? There's another section by the train car I'd like to do, but I'd also like to do it by the road line in that area, cause that's chunky up there too, but.
Yeah.
And some of it's gonna be on the southern end because of the way the bike trail goes, which try to appease Mary Ann at the same time.
Yeah, which is, I mean, fine.
I mean, she's been, a lot of people in other areas have been like, no, I don't want anything to do with these bike guys, you know, like pedal bike guys.
No, I think it's a good collaboration with.
No, it's good cooperation with it.
Yeah,
Keep it going.
and that's all I really had, so.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Poker run.
Oh yeah, I gotta set a date for the poker run.
Yep.
My suggestion for the poker run is either September 23rd or the 30th. It isn't the 30th, something else.
Thought we wanted to try to do it a little earlier because of all the people that will be leaving before that. I think
Okay,
that's why we
so-
didn't have as much.
So September 9th or the 16th. As long as it's in September, it's probably fine.
Or August.
August,
I'm just saying,
August 26th is,
I know that we've got a very busy July, so that will not work at
Yeah.
all.
I guess basically any of those.
I mean, really, the only thing in August is your birthday, but I mean,
Yeah, that's right.
that's during the week, so.
The only reason we try to do September is the season, but if we're not gonna do,
Right, but.
Oh, scenery?
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you fight that versus it being
cold.
30 degrees, yeah.
Yeah,
So let's move back. So we usually do it either the last Saturday or
it's around my birthday,
Yeah, I
which
know.
is September 29th.
the 30th is the last Saturday, that's what I just said. So do you wanna move back a couple weeks and do it the 16th, as long as there's nothing else going on?
16th,
September 16th.
September.
Yeah, that gives us time.
yeah, I don't think that, so the Jericho Jamboree is August 4th and 5th, so
Yeah, so we're plenty there.
Old Home Day, Warren is in July. I think we set that date
September 16th
as long as it doesn't interfere
with
with
something else.
a poker run or another event up north,
Yes,
so.
somewhere else up north, yeah. You wanna stick a rain date on that thing, just because we'll do the rain date the next weekend? What do you think, Joe? Cause if it rains, you don't want, I mean.
Well, no kidding, I know, but
The people outside don't care.
I just, yeah, need to leave my birthday weekend open,
Yeah.
so mom doesn't have a cow. I know.
So the 16th with the rain date and the 23rd.
Yeah, I think the sooner we get the date out, you know, get the event created, that way we can,
Right.
people can be aware of it and get that.
Yeah. Anything else?
Mark, is there any word on Max's property across from Pond Circle? I see the skidder is still there. I was wondering, like, Ken seemed to have thought that you can go in there now with an ATV. Is that true?
Not as of yet. He and I still gotta go talk to Max about opening that property up.
Okay, so you still got to work with him?
Yeah, we still need to put signs in over there.
So do you think that's going to happen in the near future?
I'm hoping to get it done this week. If it ever stops raining, it'd be perfect.
Okay,
But yeah, I just gotta get with Ken to go see Max and then we'll get it figured out. He just got some paperwork. I gotta have him sign, so liability paperwork, so that way if somebody crashes or whatever, they're not gonna come back to him.
okay,
But
okay. And then whoever is the administrator to the Facebook page, it might be good to put a notice out for June 29th for attendance at the Bath public meeting.
I should have mentioned that.
Yeah, we were just gonna mention that actually. I have it on the list, but thank you very much for making sure we do that, so.
Yeah, I know I spoke to the fellow up at the Swiftwater Way Station, and he's been spreading the word as much as he can, but he's real anxious to get Bath residents in there. And you're probably aware, I'm not sure when it's going to be, but Woodsville is going to be holding a meeting for the Woodsville section of Goose Lane to open that, and it looks like that's going to be a go.
That's June 20th. I'll call them precinct board because we're not select board, but that precinct board is very ATV friendly as opposed to Bass ATV, not so friendly guys. But part of the reason that road was asked to open was one of the select board members would like to open that so he could ride from A to B. Woodsville, that is not bad. So I think you'll see those passing. Not that I won't go, don't get me wrong, but I don't think you'll see any problem with that passing.
No, but yeah, as long as, and then if we can get, obviously, just that small section of French Pond opened up, it'll be a start at least with Bath. So I think the 29th, that's going to be a real important one.
So Goose Lane's gonna be open from the,
No, Bruceland. Or they're gonna, so Woodsville was weird, Woodsville was. So basically where our trail turns,
right,
at Woodard Road turns or not,
yeah,
what is it? Briar Road.
Briar,
Briar Road. If you turn left, they're gonna open that in Woodsville until the Bath come on.
Goose,
It is Goose Lane. I think it is Goose Lane.
if you go straight,
Yes,
yeah. Okay,
so, yep.
Does anybody know when the Woodsville meeting is?
That'd be June 20th.
20th? Okay.
I don't remember the time, but it's, if you look back on, actually, hold on, because Ken sent it to me. Somewhere.
Yeah, I'll just put that in my calendar so I can try and make it to that.
So yes, it's gonna be June 20th at 6 o'clock at the Woodsville Fire Department Conference Room.
Okay. Yeah, I'll plan on being there.
Okay. See you.
I think that was everything on my end.
Okay. Perfect. Anybody else have anything they want to ask before we adjourn? Okay. Make a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
I'll
Second,
second.
third. Christine, thank you. Ron,
Thank you.
for coming. Alan, thank you for coming. Audrey, I'm sorry, we made you come.
Okay, have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, Ron.
Bye, thank you.